TeraBrite daily vlogs.
So the Taylor Swift cover is just about done. There's a part in the bridge, the one where it's like, my ex-man brought his new girlfriend, blah blah whatever. I did like a double there, and it kind of doesn't really line up very well. A double is two vocals, and I pan them to the left speaker for one and to the right speaker for the other. Not all the way, just a little bit. But I did a double, and like my singing doesn't match up to each other. It's kind of messy sounding, so I just gotta work on that. Maybe I could use vocal line. If not, I'll have to re-sing it, but I doubt I'll have to re-sing it. I'll probably just maybe move some things in the timing. But anyways, that's other than that, the song's pretty much done. We're gonna shoot a video tonight, and we went back to the Forever Love cover to see what that sounds like. It sounds muffly, to be honest. It just sounds like a terrible mix. And what we did differently on that was, I mean, DJ said he always does something different for every recording. There's no set thing that he does. There's always going to be differences. Because I asked what he did different. But what I did different was I used a different mic. And I think that's, it makes it sound muffly. I used the Shure. The Shure... What's it called? The one that Michael Jackson used. Whatever. Usually I use that mic, the Neumann. But, we're just gonna keep working towards a final product and shoot a video for that. And I feel pretty good that we have 2 almost done projects. I'm having trouble with my my school stuff though. I usually get a Pell Grant for my financial aid, and it usually, my Bright Futures plus the Pell Grant, Bright Futures is my scholarship, usually pays for the cost of my tuition. But for some reason, I don't have all, like, it's not covering the whole thing. Like, I don't have as much as I normally get, and there's like a $300 and something difference between what I have to pay, and I'd be fine paying that $300 and something, but it says if you're, like, I'm confused about that, because it says if you're your final cost is larger than your financial aid, Pell Grant deferment, that I must cover, or I must pay for all costs by the deadline, which is on Friday. And I'm not sure what that means, because it doesn't say cover the difference. It says cover all fees, and when you go to pay fees, it's like $2,600 or something for like all my classes. And I don't understand if I'm supposed to pay that, because I definitely can't do that. Or pay the $300, or even just the $1,000 whatever, I don't know, I'm just all confused about that, so I'm gonna have to go to financial aid early in the morning tomorrow before school, or before my class, and figure all that out. Yes, I'm in here talking to myself.
So we just got dinner real quick. We went to Longhorn, and I got apple nipples, or apple nipples, corn fritters. That's not even close to the same word. I got corn fritters, and I don't know, and like
Apple
fried tomatoes. And I spilled my tea everywhere, which was kind of weird. And then this weird song came on the speakers that was like really annoying, because she kept going. How was she singing?
She sounded like a lamb.
It sounded like a lamb. She's like,
yeah, but she was singing out her nose, so it was really annoying.
And we were laughing about that, and I don't know. But we were planning on recording the video tonight for Shake It Off. But Sabrina was working on mixing her vocals, and we're working on mixing the vocals for Forever Love, and we're like messing with stuff. It took so long that now we're really tired, and Sabrina has to wake up even earlier than she usually does for school tomorrow, so she could figure something out for her student stuff or whatever. I don't know. What are you doing?
I already told them.
Yeah, so Normally we'd like pull an all-nighter if we had to shoot a video, but it's not gonna happen. So whatever. We're losing our ability to knock things out in one night. It's just because all the stuff that goes on during the day.
We had the whole summer, we just didn't do it.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think we're just like, we're getting more onto a schedule now, and our circadian rhythms are actually working, so we actually get tired at night.
Yeah, it sucks, man.
We used to not do that.
Like we're going to bed at normal times and waking up at a normal time, and distractions are everywhere, and I always feel tired. I don't like it, man. I need to go back to my old ways. 'Cause, I mean, I know people think it's like unhealthy, but I felt healthier than before than I do now. I feel like crap now. I'm like, oh, I want to go to bed. I feel like an old person now. It's weird. When I stayed up for a long time, I was like getting stuff done. And I went to sleep when I felt tired, and I slept really long nights. But now, like when my circadian rhythm is normal, whatever, and I like wake up in the morning, I usually tend to wake up too early, and I'm like, crap. And I waste a bunch of time, and I realize I didn't get much sleep, and it's like, I don't know. I think I'm meant to be a night owl or something. So there's this laptop I've been looking at. It's like an Asus NX 500 or something. I think it's exactly what it is, actually. I'm not really sure. It's a laptop, and it kind of has everything that I've wanted in a laptop, although I'm a little bit concerned about how the resolution might look, because it has a 4K monitor on it. It's supposed to come out sometime in September, which is pretty soon, and it's just like it really does look like a MacBook from like 2009 or something, which isn't a bad thing, because I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Apple products because they've proven to be unreliable to me, and I'm not a fan of the operating systems, but they do have good style, and I got to give that to them. That's the one thing I appreciate about Apple products, is their like their fresh, clean, modern style, and that's something that a lot of PC companies tend to kind of overlook. But this particular laptop looks like a MacBook in a way, but it's kind of got its own like spin on it, and I think it looks really nice. But it has a solid state drive. I think it goes up to 16 gigs of RAM. It has a 4K monitor, which is something that I've been really wanting in a PC laptop, which is something with a higher resolution than 1080p, because most laptops these days have 1080p monitors only, but they are coming out with like, I think they call it like quarter HD or something monitors, and Toshiba's supposed to have the first 4K laptop, even though I don't think I've seen that yet, but maybe it is out. And then this Asus laptop looks really promising. And just to be clear, like the whole like higher resolution on a laptop thing, or just in a computer in general, people say, oh, why would you need that? Well, the reason I need that is because when I'm in Vegas or Cubase, something that has tracks, and you scroll and you look at tracks, once you get really big projects going, it's nice to be able to see all of your tracks right in front of you without having to scroll, and also be able to look at, like, plug in, like, have everything laid out in front of you on one monitor. It doesn't matter how big the monitor is, as long as it's all laid out there and you don't have to scroll to see things, or move windows out of the way because it's on top of another window. There's nothing more annoying than that when you're working on a project, like a creative project. You just want to see it all laid out in front of you. And that's the reason why I got this monitor. Which, yes, it's really big, so having a higher resolution makes more sense because the pixels aren't extremely tiny. But I still feel like I would benefit from a monitor with a very high resolution screen, even if it's a smaller monitor. Just because even on 1080p monitors, I have a lot of trouble like just like being organized with my applications, just because like the screen everything seems to overlap, and it's just really annoying to me. I don't know why, it bugs the crap out of me when stuff overlaps and I have to scroll.
Someone asked a comment about Melodyne.
What about it?
Why use Melodyne and not Waves something? Or Waves? Something I've never heard of.
Waves Tune is, I've tried it a long time ago. I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, I'm not really, like, I've tried a lot of Waves plugins, and I've never really been too impressed with them, but maybe I've just tried the wrong ones or used them wrong. I don't really know, but every Waves plugin I've tried, I've had another plugin that I preferred over them. But the thing is, like, I've been wanting to try them again, now that I know that there's been a lot of updates to them. I'm not really sure if it makes a difference, but I think it's mainly in the past when I've tried Waves plugins, I had less powerful computers, and Waves plugins tend to be very CPU hungry, so it just got really annoying having a lot of instances of like Waves plugins and everything just being like really slow and crinkly, because like once you start using too much CPU, everything goes and I think Waves plugins in general are just really CPU hogs. But Waves Tune, I tried that a long time ago and I actually kind of liked it, but it's not really, when people talk about pitch correction, it's not really something that comes up a lot in professional audio forums, just because Melodyne and Autotune seem to be the most reliable, and they create the I can't think of the words. Just cut this.
No.
You're not gonna cut it?
I thought we were doing 2 takes.
Well, now I look stupid if I just said cut this.
I'm gonna leave it.
No!
Well, what he's trying to say is he doesn't actually know, but we just use
No, I do know. I've used Waves Tune. Why can't I think of word? Oh, Melodyne and Autotune have the most natural sounding algorithms, I guess. I honestly think Autotune has the best.
We both think Autotune sounds the most natural when
when used in not in auto mode, which is like the T-Pain effect. When used in graphical mode, I think Autotune sounds the best.
The thing is, we have stability issues with that.
No, we literally don't use it because of the stability issues. Like
it crashes a lot, and it just like it's sketchy.
Yeah, so that's why we don't use Autotune. But if it were more stable, which I kind of feel like there's something.
There just could be something with our installation.
Yeah, ever since I upgraded to Windows 8.0, since I upgraded to Windows 8, I think something got messed up in my computer, because this was originally a Windows 7 computer, and they recommended at the time, well, I think they always recommend, that you do a fresh install of Windows 8 instead of upgrading from Windows 7 to Windows 8, because there's a lot of things that can go wrong in the upgrade process. And I feel like ever since I did that, my computer's not been the same. But I don't think it's Windows 8. It's just the fact that I upgraded from Windows 7 to Windows 8. Because I have many computers that have Windows 8, and it runs just fine. I don't have any issues. But there's like little things that don't work right, and it hasn't been the same since then. Like, we've had weird problems with thumbnails, and what else have we had?
You keep going blank.
Dude, I can't think right now. And I think it's making it worse that knowing that I have to do this all without going blank and without pauses, because I know I can't.
You've been talking for 10 minutes. You don't have to keep vlogging.
Oh, and the other issue is, for whatever freaking reason, it won't let me update to Windows 8.1. It says that there's like something wrong. So I'm almost positive something weird happened from the upgrade process. And I feel like right now, if I were to upgrade from Windows 7 to Windows 8, like using like a fresh version of like Windows 8.1 or something, it would probably be fine. But I think the fact that when I upgraded to Windows 8, it was like brand new and there was no like bugs fixed or anything, I feel like there wasn't enough testing done with the upgrade process, so that's probably why it caused the issue. I don't really know, but either way, like, I've been wanting to format this, but I just can't justify the time that it would take to reinstall everything, and everything seems to be working right now, so I just don't want to mess with it. But I have been wanting a new computer. That's why I've been looking at that laptop, because I want to replace the current laptop we have. And I just really want a really powerful laptop. I've been waiting for something like that Asus laptop to come for a while. Anyway, are we gonna go to bed or something? I guess we're treating this like a 2-take, because originally we were gonna shoot a bunch of footage of us like recording, but that's not gonna happen. So now we're left with like hardly any footage, because we didn't even try to shoot any vlog because of the fact that we thought we were going to be shooting video tonight, but it didn't happen. So now you get me rambling for a long time about stuff that you don't care about. So happy birthday.